We'll apply the second condition of the equilibrium. Summation of moments is equal to 0. So clockwise positive and anti-clockwise negative. Now we'll take moment about point A. So taking moments about point A. Now let us start with RD. RD will produce anti-clockwise moment. So arrow of this RD will go towards A in anti-clockwise direction. So and perpendicular distance from D to A is 6. Similarly 3 into 4, that UDL will produce clockwise moment and the perpendicular distance about A is 6. 10 into 2, that will produce clockwise moment, and 10 kilonewton meter, that moment is already there at point B. So therefore we can rearrange the terms over here. So it is minus RD into 6 plus this summation, total summation is 102, that is equal to 0. And therefore 102 is equal to, transfer this negative term on the other side, and therefore RD will be equal to 102 by 6, so that is 17 kilonewton. Now you can substitute this value of RD in our first equation. So our first equation is RA plus RD is equal to 22. So substitute in equation 1. Therefore RA will be equal to 22 minus 17. RD value is 17, so it is 5 kilonewton. So we have obtained two reactions, that is RA is 5 kilonewton and RD is 17 kilonewton. Now let us start with shear force diagram calculations. The conventions that we have used is upward forces are considered as positive, whereas downward forces, they are considered as negative. So for calculation, let us see first at point A there is a upward acting force, that is reaction at A, so it is positive. At B left there is no other force that is acting between A and B, so whatever is the shear force at A, the same will be acting at B left. But exactly at point B we have to take into consideration this effect of downward acting point load. Between B and C there is no other force that is acting, so whatever is the shear force at B, the same will be at C. At point D left we have to take into consideration the effect of this uniformly distributed load 3 into 2. Exactly at point D we have to take into consideration the effect of this upward acting reaction, that is RD, whereas at point E we have to take into consideration the effect of this UDL of 3 into 2. So let us start with our shear force diagram calculations. So shear force at A will be equal to RA, that is nothing but 5 kilonewton. Shear force at B left will be same as that of shear force at A, because no other force that acts between A and B. Shear force exactly at B, we have to take into consideration the effect of downward acting 10 kilonewton force. So that is 5 minus 10, that is minus 5 kilonewton. Now no other force acts between B and C, so whatever is the shear force at C left, the same will be at C, and that is equal to shear force at B. Then shear force at D left, we have to take into consideration the effect of UDL of 3 into 2 also into account, and that is acting in the downward direction. So total will be minus 11. Exactly at D we have to take into consideration the effect of reaction RD, which is acting in the upward direction. So that will be equal to minus 11 plus RD. RD is nothing but 17. So it is 17 minus 11, that is 6 kilonewton. And finally shear force at E will be equal to this 6. We have to take into consideration the effect of UDL of 3 into 2. So that is acting in the downward direction. So let us start with the bending moment diagram calculations. Conventions used are clockwise positive and anti-clockwise negative. Bending moment at point A will be 0 because there is no other force that is acting on the left hand side of A. Then bending moment at B left, so we have to take into consideration the effect of this RA. RA will produce clockwise moment about B. So that is RA multiplied by perpendicular distance is 2. So 5 into 2, that is 10 kilonewton meter. But there is already a bending moment acting at point B, so that we have to add. So this 10 plus 10 kilonewton meter is already acting over here and it is in the clockwise direction, so therefore we have used this plus sign. So it is bending moment at B will be 20 kilonewton meter. Then bending moment at C, consider all the forces on the left hand side of C. So that is RA multiplied by 4 and minus 10 into 2 plus 10. So this total will be, so once again see how to calculate the bending moment at this particular point. So this RA will produce clockwise moment about this C, so that is positive. This 10 kilonewton will produce anti-clockwise moment, so that is negative, and this 10 kilonewton is already present over here and it is in the clockwise direction, so that is positive. Then bending moment at point D, again RA will produce clockwise moment, so RA into the perpendicular distance from A to D is 6 minus 10 into 4 because 10 will produce anti-clockwise moment, plus 10 kilonewton meter already clockwise moment is present at B, and the moment of UDL, that is 3 into 2 into 1. So this UDL will be acting over here at the center, so and that UDL is of 3 into 2 and it will produce anti-clockwise moment, and this distance is 1 meter. So RA will produce clockwise moment, so this RA will produce clockwise moment about this D. So from A up to D the perpendicular distance is 6. This 10 kilonewton it will produce anti-clockwise moment, so that is negative. So 10 into 4, that is 1 plus 1 plus 2, that total will be 4. This 10 kilonewton meter is already present over here at point B, and this 3 into 2, this UDL, and the perpendicular distance is 1 and it is producing clockwise moment that we have already seen. So that total will be minus 6 kilonewton meter, and bending moment at point E will be 0 because there is no force that is acting on the right hand side of E. Now let us draw the shear force diagram. So shear force at A, then it will remain same at B left and B, and then point C, then there is a UDL, and again shear force at D, and then this particular value. So all these values we have indicated over here. So shear force at A is 5, shear force at B left is 5, exactly at B it is minus 5, shear force at C left and C is minus 5, shear force at this D left is minus 11, exactly at D it is 6, and shear force at E is 0. Now let us draw the bending moment diagram also for this. So as you can see over here, at A and E bending moment is 0. At B left it is 10, but there is already a moment of 10 kilonewton meter that is acting, so that we have added over here. Then at C it is 10 kilonewton meter, and then there is a UDL, that is a parabolic curve, and again there is a parabolic curve from D to E. So in this way we can draw